So with DC having as much success as they are with Legos right now, I think those Marvel Lincoln Log talks are probably coming along quite nicely.
Captain Dale, is everything okay?
I am afraid Captain Dale had to bail. I'm your new co-pilot, and I always come to work with a smile. You should be terrified.
Why?
Because I will be taking over the city. What?
Batman will stop you? He always stops you.
No, he doesn't.
The Lego Batman movie brings back the Lego world that we found and loved in the Lego movie, this time focusing in on Gotham, with Will Arnett once again voicing the Dark Knight in Lego form. He has to learn a lesson about what it means to not just be a lone vigilante, but to become friends with the people around him. They tried to build something good here, but does it actually all fit together? Well, here's 5 things you might want to know about the Lego Batman movie. Oh, this was a fun time at the movies. This is good stuff. Let's start with the humor here. It's great. You remember that really quick pace and how funny the Lego movie was? They have not lost a step. The difference here is it's almost got a Deadpool feel to it, the way it treats the DC universe, the way it's willing to be self-referential, the humor put into that. It's kind of interesting. It's almost like a PG Deadpool. In that way. I also love that it's clever and quick both. So the jokes aren't just coming fast, they're also really smart, and that's one of my favorite things, and works perfectly for Will Arnett. He is cast so well. His voice is perfect for this Batman. All of that comes together to make one of the funniest experiences I've had at a film in actually a long time. The other thing I love about this, and also about the Lego movie too, is the art style. The visuals are so cool, building this world out of Legos. And think about this. They're the only ones that can do this visual style. They have an animation style all to themselves. They own it. It's Lego. Nobody else can do Lego. I think that's kind of brilliant and really smart, because even though it looks like stop motion and is actually CG, it is at its heart Lego animation, and they're the only ones that can do it. I also can't continue on without bringing to your attention my favorite part of the movie. The beginning of this movie is incredible. The first, I don't know, maybe 10, 15 minutes, I can't remember how long that first action scene lasts, is so good, I could have been happy paying full price and just seeing that 15 minutes and leaving the theater. It is so funny, so beautiful, so action-packed. I love that first 15 minutes. And even if you don't like anything that comes beyond that, I think that beginning is worth the price of admission alone. So I had a great time. It's a great movie, but it's not perfect. I'm going to mention a couple negatives, really minor ones. And we'll start with the plot. It's really basic. There aren't a lot of layers to it. Very simple. You know exactly where it's going, what's going to happen. Now, thankfully, you're laughing through the whole thing, so it's not a big deal that the plot is kind of obvious. My point is, if the plot was as clever as the jokes are, this movie would have been a home run. And I think that's what the first one had. The plot was as clever as the humor was. And this one, the plot just isn't. And here's the other thing, again, a minor one, and maybe I'm the only one. I don't know that Batman makes a good protagonist in this world. I like him more as a side character, and here's the reason. Your protagonist has to grow, has to change. I like Batman the way he was at the beginning of the movie, more than I like him after he's changed. I want him to be narcissistic and clueless. I like that Batman. It's part of the beauty of his character. So it's this weird thing where I know the movie has to have him go through something and make him change because he's our center of the movie, but I kind of didn't want him to. So I wonder if that harms the movie overall. I feel like the Batman Lego movie, or Lego Batman movie, if you put it in the proper order, is a really fun time. You're going to have a blast. I don't think either of the minor problems I had with it will bring it down for you. For me, it brings it down just under an A to a B+. Thanks for checking out this Your Movie Friend review. We'll get to the best ever challenge here in a bit. First, if you want to connect further, I would love to do that. Many ways to do that. Twitter's a great one. Follow me on Twitter, Aaron Dicer, AARONDICER. I'll put up lots of fun stuff there. We can have conversation, polls on what movies to review, all that kind of stuff. Also, you can subscribe to the podcast, SiftPop, SiftPop. It's a weekly pop culture podcast. We have a great time, a rotating group of guest gurus who come in and hang out, and we have a good time together. So I think you might enjoy that. And finally, subscribe, comment, do all the fun stuff here at YouTube. I'm really committing to building this Your Movie Friend community as one of respect and film love and just really kind of digging in. And I love the back and forth that happens after the review. It's not just a one-time thing for me. I love continuing to have these conversations. So please feel free to subscribe. All right, on to the Best Ever Challenge, where you name the best movie ever in a particular category. Also try to identify my choice. What is the best Will Arnett movie ever? It is incredible what a percentage of his filmography are voices, which makes sense because he has an incredible voice. For my best ever Will Arnett movie, I have to go with the one where he killed a man with his thumb. Now, if that's too abstract a clue for you, I apologize. I just couldn't cook up a better one. Take a guess at my choice in the comments. Also, leave your choice there too. And as always, I'll give you 5 extra seconds to hit the subscribe logo. Just click it right down in this corner.